In light of the recent revelation that Cambridge Analytica allegedly mined personal information from more than 50 million Facebook users, the Better Business Bureau is reminding consumers that what they share online can be used for illegal and unethical reasons. Joining us today to talk about that is Carlos Villalobos from your Better Business Bureau. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
This is interesting because they're using a lot of different methods to get us to kind of type in, right?
Yeah, so one really popular method that we see nowadays are personality quizzes, which I know are so innocent. You know, what kind of Game of Thrones character are you? You know, what kind of this or that are you? But what we don't know is what could seem very innocent. We could be giving up really personal information to someone.
So how do you know what to give out and what not to?
Well, I think you really just have to be a skeptic. So here's a good example. It could be an innocent question like, hey, what's your mom's maiden name? Well, what you might not know is that could be a security question that you answer, and you're pretty much giving them that answer to that question. From there, what people can do, they can take control of your social media accounts. They could create a fake profile of yourself, and from there, ask family or friends for money. And they're not going to know who it is, or they might think it is you, but in reality, obviously, it's not.
You know, we're talking about this. I mean, people think this is so innocent.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's really not, because again, what you're doing is sharing more personal information about them to possible sensitive information. You're possibly sharing answers to security questions. You're possibly giving them passwords without really realizing it, because again, they're very simple but really thought out questions that you're answering to them.
Okay, so are there ways to avoid giving, or maybe some red flags that we should look for?
Yeah, you just want to be a skeptic when it comes to all that. You know, ask yourself, who's the one that curated this quiz? Why are they asking these questions? What kind of questions are they asking me? You want to make sure that your privacy settings on your social media account is you're comfortable with. So if it's pictures or public pictures that you don't want to share with too many people, make sure those are being released. And also, don't friend request don't accept everyone's friend request as well.
It's kind of tricky in this day and age, right? Because so many of us think that social media accounts are a way to make business connections and other connections, and so it's this trend.
Yeah, I think you just have to, and you're right, it is a great way to do that, but you also just have to have your guard up, because again, these are people that you may not know who they are. You don't know what their intentions are, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. So, you know, what you might think is someone trying to connect with you may be someone trying to get personal information from you, trying to get personal information from your account, like where you live, your phone number, and trying to use that against you.
Good information, and make sure as a friend you're not sharing some of those quizzes too.
Exactly right. Don't, if you see it scrolling on your timeline, don't just share it, because you know that's what they want you to do. That's what they want. They want more people to see it, and the more people see it, the more people that could fall for it.
Great tips, and I know you have more on your website, and we've got it right on ours, kview.com. So thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
it.
We'll be right back.